Did you know that 50% of all full-time creators only earn less than $1,000 per year? Yeah, that is barely enough to cover the internet subscription. And that is something that should change. And I did. But let's start from the beginning. In the last videos, I learned more about indie hacking. For example, that you can train your execution working on smaller ideas. And that your ideas don't have to be unique to become successful. But that was last week. Today it's time for practice. The goal was clear, to create a small company as an indie hacker. But I still needed an idea. So today it's time to build. But what are we going to build? How do you go from absolutely nothing to a product idea? And what works for me, at least I hope it will work, is to write down ideas a few weeks prior in my notebook right here. And I write them all down. Good ideas, bad ideas, ideas that aren't even mine. I just write it down so it goes from a concept in my head to something on paper. And I wrote down the following app ideas. A research summaries tool as a service. An app that rates your singing voice. A timeline for all your social media channels. A social media management tool. And since I've been working from the beautiful island of Madeira, I've been meeting a lot of people, and one of these people is a translator. Alright, while this guy rambles about his translation tool idea, let me show you how beautiful Madeira is. The nature, the food, the people. What is this place? Oh, he's done. Okay. And now that we have some product ideas, it is time to do some research. And as with all research, I started with Google. And I found out a few things about cat tools. As you can see by the serious face, the translation tool did not make it past the pre-validation stage. First of all, they are way more advanced than I thought they would be. It's quite hard to replicate as an indie hacker. There is not so much search volume. It's a bit of a niche, and it's really hard to rank for this. I decided to park this idea. Let me use this moment to explain how to pre-validate a product idea by applying this step by step to the other project idea I mentioned earlier, the social media tool. Start with Google. This is critically important. You have no idea how many ideas end up in the bin after just a simple search. Based on this, ask yourself, would I enjoy working in this field for a longer time? Here is what I found out about social media tools. So I decided to do some more research, which made me stumble upon this Linktree report that said the following. 50% of all full-time digital creators earn less than $1,000 per year. Can you imagine that 50% of all the creators going full-time on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it, earn less than $100 per month? That's not enough. And that's something that should change. And that's something that I want to change. And I think I can help with it. Great. This is something that makes me want to get up in the morning. Next question. Competition. Don't just look at if there is a little or a lot of competition. Focus on where you can improve existing products. And I found out that there are a ton of social media tools out there already. From analytics to scheduling to social walls, it's all there already. But I also found out that most of these tools actually focus on enterprise customers, which might be an opportunity for an indie hacker to come in. I also found out that most of these platforms treat social media platforms as separate islands that are not connected somehow. They show you analytics about Twitter or Instagram, but they don't show how these work together to increase your exposure. For example, they don't show that your blog leads traffic to your Twitter account, which leads traffic to your YouTube account, which in turn generates more income for you. And all these accounts work together to improve your exposure. And I think there's a big opportunity there for an indie hacker as well.
Next up is search engine optimization. How competitive are keywords for this product? I personally use SEMrush for this, but there are other tools out there like Ahrefs.
This made me a little sad because it's insanely hard to rank for social media tools. There are no keywords out there that are not taken and completely used by SEO optimizing companies. It's really hard out there to try to rank for keywords. And I was about to give up until this happened. So I was just doing some keyword research and I was about to give up, honestly, and then I found this. And most of them are really hard. They're orange or red. But then I found this one, which is supposed to be easy.
That means that the idea was scoring well on all 4 points. I got really excited to start building.
So I started building a homepage, and here is nine hours of work in a few minutes.
I bet I can keep it under a minute. I started with designing the homepage. The goal for the homepage is to sell before the product even exists. If people sign up, I know that I'm not building something useless. This comes with a downside though. After a customer signs up, they will have to wait before the product is ready. That's okay though, because I'm not taking their money yet. Plus, I will offer a steep discount at the time of the launch. Thinking of the homepage design first forced me to think of benefits and features, which helps a lot with building the actual product later on. And just like that, the design of the homepage is done. You can see the final result by going to joinmaven.com.
And what is next? Well, next we transform the design of the homepage into an actually functioning website. We will start tracking signups and hopefully already get some people interested and signed up for the platform. That would be absolutely great. In any case, I'll keep you all up to date. See you next time.